Hey, my name's Cosmic. So what is the true nature of our universe, aka the Holy Grail of creation? Thank you so much for joining me once again. It is an honor to have you on board. So our universe, if you don't know, is a magneto-electric one. But what does this mean? Well, to be a magneto-electric universe means that everything has both a magnetic and electric aspect to it. What I mean by that is that everything has a masculine aspect and a feminine aspect. The masculine being the electric and the feminine being the magnetic. Now, this can be seen, of course, in humans. We have males and females, but also in the heavens, with the moon representing the magnetic feminine and the sun representing the electric masculine. Now, for the moon and the sun, just like everything else that can be seen as being either male or feminine, magnetic or electric, there is also a part of them that makes them androgynous. Now, you may be asking, what do you mean by this? And what I can say to that is that if we look deep enough into everything, even if it's got this just one single label, for example, in this case, if we looked at the moon being the feminine celestial object of the Earth, if we looked at that deeply, we would find that, other than it controls the menstrual cycle of women, it also affects the mind. And I find that the mind is far more electrical than the heart. And so that's right there, a yin and yang all in one. And the sun itself, although it is characterized as being masculine and electric and part of the soul, it is, in a sense, because it is part of the soul, magnetic, because the soul itself is magnetic as well as electric, and the mind is, but less so. Within the Bible, you can find, it talks about the promised land flowing with streams of both milk and honey. So, what is this place? And why does it say in the Bible that we should aim in our lives to get there? Well, what if I told you that the answer is with the Holy Grail? But then again, what is the Holy Grail exactly? Well, if you're wondering, you've come to the right place. The Holy Grail, for your knowledge, is not so much an artifact or a relic, but rather your neck and skull. Think of it a bit like this, and then you can get a much better picture of where I'm coming from. Now, where does the milk and honey come into this, as mentioned in the Bible? Well, you see, the story and metaphor of the Promised Land is that it's a metaphor based on an equal balance of masculine and feminine, positive and negative, all of that kind of stuff. The way that is reflected in our bodies is that there are liquids within our bodies that when they come together, they make something called the Christos, the Christ oil. Now, these two liquids are characterized in the Bible as being the milk and the honey. The milk being the spiritual magnetic liquid they're both spiritual, but the milk being the magnetic liquid comes from the moon, is powered by the moon. The honey being the electric liquid is powered by the sun. It comes from the sun. So, in the Bible, what it means about a land of milk and honey is that when we allow this energy, this kundalini, this Christos oil to rise up and down our spine every month, whenever our zodiac sun sign to be more precise, enters the moon, that is when we have the oil go up and down our spine, and when it gets to our head, when it gets to our neck and skull, As I said before, with the neck and skull being the Holy Grail, when they join up in the head, that represents the elixir of life in the Holy Grail. Therefore, we create the promised land of the milk and honey. Now, if we go to the Bible, we can find lots of clues about this potential of becoming God made flesh, of which paradoxically we already are and always have been. However, we've just been downgraded and we've all forgotten all of this ancient knowledge. However, it's now coming back and it's better than ever. So if you're liking what you're hearing, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single one of my videos. Now, with the Corinthians 6:19 through 20, it says, "Do you not know your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God? You are not your own, for you're bought with a price. So glorify God in your body." This is in knowing that we have both magnetic and electric properties within us, charging us and essentially making us gigantic, energetic, celestial batteries, being made of star stuff that we are, and making us our own temples, just like the many ancient temples there are scattered across the world, in particular the pyramids of Egypt, which to some may or may not be burial sites for supposed pharaohs. With the understanding that you are the universe's student and that you are also your own greatest teacher, what magical journeys will you step forth on? I am really excited to see where you go. And if you'd like a head start, I recommend the links down below for Volume 1 and 2 of the Book of Wisdom. And if you feel the need to dive even deeper into the subjects of your own soul, then I would highly recommend the Wisdom University course, also linked down in the description. That's all for today, folks. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, legends.